The forgotten door, tucked behind an overgrown garden wall. Anna found it a rusted iron door, its edges swallowed by moss and ivy. It wasn't on any map she'd seen, not even the detailed survey of her family's estate, which she'd inherited after her parents passed. The door shouldn't exist. For days she ignored it. The estate, with its crumbling halls and forgotten rooms, was enough to manage. Yet the door lingered in her thoughts, tugging at her curiosity like a loose thread. On the fifth evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, she returned to it. Armed with pruning shears, she cleared the ivy until the door stood bare. Etched into the iron was a single word: remember. Her fingers hesitated before she pushed it open. Beyond lay a narrow staircase spiraling downward, its stone steps worn with age. Lanterns flickered to life along the walls as she descended, casting a golden glow. At the bottom, she stepped into a room lined with shelves, each filled with objects: a child's stuffed rabbit, a silver locket, a man's pocket watch. They were familiar. Her chest tightened as she picked up the rabbit, its fabric worn but unmistakably hers from years ago. "This is where they've gone," a voice said softly. Anna turned to see an old man seated in a high-backed chair. His eyes were kind, yet ancient. "Memories you thought you lost. I am the keeper." Tears welled in her eyes as fragments of her childhood, long buried, resurfaced. She clutched the rabbit, overwhelmed by grief and joy. "But why are they here?" "The things we treasure have a way of leaving us," the keeper said. "Sometimes stolen by time, sometimes buried by sorrow. This place keeps what you weren't ready to lose." Anna's hand trembled as she set the rabbit back on the shelf, her fingers brushing the silver locket. It had been her mother's. She remembered how it dangled from her neck, catching sunlight during quiet afternoons in the garden. "Can I take them back?" she whispered. The keeper smiled gently. "Memories are not taken. They are remembered. That's why you're here. But choose wisely. Carrying too much from the past can weigh you down." Anna nodded, her gaze lingering on the rabbit and the locket. Slowly, she placed both back on the shelf. "Will I ever find this place again?" she asked. "Not if you no longer need it," he replied. As Anna ascended the staircase, she looked back once, taking in the glowing room filled with fragments of her forgotten past. When she stepped outside, the garden was bathed in moonlight, and the iron door clicked shut behind her. In the days that followed, the memories she'd touched: the rabbit, the locket, her mother's laughter bloomed in her mind, vivid and alive. Though the door faded from her thoughts, its gift stayed with her. Some doors are not meant to open twice, but for Anna, once was enough.